I want to go over auto wave catcher and pretty much the results I had. So I'm gonna start off with last week just to share with you guys. So this is July 26th, and you can see right here below, first trade hit $48, and second trade also hit TP up there for another 48. So that was that day. Then we got this day right here, and you can see the next trade was a win. The next trade was a win. Trade after that was a win. Trade after that was another win. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 wins that day. 5 wins that day actually. Yeah, July 27th. Then here's the next day after that, and we had another win, another win, another win, another win, and you can see we're continuing the downtrend. Pulled back, entered here at the continuation of the downtrend. Hit TP, came back up actually, which is why I entered here, and stop loss right here, previous high, and then hit TP right here, and again right here, pulled back, continued the trend above the previous high. TP was right there. Same thing here. Market came down. Finally pulled back good enough, sold, and hit TP right here. Here's the next day after that, and it called a buy right here since it's crossing above the 200 and 500 EMA. So, and you can see that market was pushing up. So, and then it broke out right here above. So that's why I took that, and you can see TP was hit, and then market called a sell right here. So that's the pullback right here, and then broke below the 200 and 500 EMA, confirming that it's going to continue pushing down. TP was hit. You can see market came all the way down here, pulled back. Didn't get a signal here. You can see it pushed down, came back, and then gave us a clear signal right here. TP above the previous high, which is right here. You can see TP was hit. Market pulled all the way back up, gave us another continuation right here. Stop loss above previous high. TP was hit. So this was just last week, guys. Last week was like the 18 win. It was like 20 trades in total, 18 wins, only 2 losses, and here was the loss right here. So this one was just like that trade I showed you where it took a buy. So we're above the 200 and 500 EMA. It looked to continue the longs, but it failed to continue. So now it crossed below. And then right here, it took another buy because we got the cross above the 500. This was the pullback, and so pretty much confirming that it's going to continue pushing up. So that's why I took that buy. TP was hit, and then market came back down, pulled back, and then here's the confirmation that it's going to continue pushing up. Failed to continue pushing up, hit our stop loss, and then started pushing back up again, crossed above the 200 while we're trading above the EMAs, and it's pretty much looking at this as a pullback. So it called a long right here, which hit TP, called another long right here, so it did continue pushing up, so it's going to continue, and it hit TP again, and that's pretty much what happened last week. So now this week was pretty rough. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I'd consider it a neutral week. You can see here we had a buy and a sell. I mean, 2 buys pretty much, but it failed to continue pushing up right here. There's the pullback. Here it thought it was going to continue pushing up here. Failed to continue pushing up, hit the stop loss. And right here, said it was going to continue pushing up. Stop loss was right here, previous low. TP was hit. So it's 1 win, 1 loss right there. Then we got a set of trades right here. We got a losing trade here, winning trade here, winning trade here, losing trade here. So that's 2, 3 wins, 3 losses. Then we had a 3 win streak right here, 1, 2, 3. So now we're at 6 wins, 3 losses. Yesterday we had losing trade here, losing trade here. So that's 5 losses, 6 wins. Then we had another losing trade here, so that's 6, 6, and then we had a winning trade here, so 7, 6, 7 wins, 6 losses. And then this is today, and we can see pretty much that we're stuck in this consolidation. So market wasn't really trending, and you can see here we came down below the 200 and 500 EMA, so it's probably gonna look for sells unless it continues pushing up. Which right here it broke above the 200, 500 EMA, pulled back down, and then pretty much engulfed this previous red candle, bullish engulfing. So, I thought that the market was continue pushing up, failed to push up, hit the stop loss, and it took a sell right here. So it looked at this as the pullback. So it's going to look at it as it's going to continue pushing down since the pullback, since it crossed below the 200 and 500 EMA. So it's thinking it's going to continue pushing down. So we got faked out right here, and stop loss above the previous high. You can see why the stop loss was right there. Almost hit our TP right here. It was close to the TP, but pretty much failed. You can see that's where the previous low was right there during that consolidation period. So it was close, failed, and then hit the stop loss, and then it called a sell right here, as it pretty much saying that it's going to continue pushing down, continue, and that was the pullback. Sold that one. That's why that one hit TP. Pretty much came down here, pulled back, came down here, pulled back again, and then here was confirmation for continuation, and hit TP right here, and then we got the last signal right here that hit stop loss pretty much. which this one was, I would consider that even though we lost this trade, this is considered a good trade still, because you can see we got a head and shoulder pattern here. We're trading below 200 and 500 EMA, so that's pretty much downtrend. So we're trading with the trend on this sell, and you can see that market pulled back, didn't call a sell here, pulled back again, broke these EMAs below here, and didn't call a sell surprisingly. It actually waited, got another mini pullback right here, and then once this candle right here closed, that's pretty much when it called the sell, which actually is not a pretty good trade, even though it lost. That's a trade I would take again. You know, the setup looks like a clean setup, honestly. And that's pretty much it, guys. So we had 2 wins, 3 losses today. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 losses, 2 wins. So what we're like at 9 wins, 9 losses, I think is what it is for the week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how we did this week. And you know, for the month, it's still overall profitable. Or for the last, since July 12th to July 6th. Drawdown isn't too bad either. You know, this is based off one contract. Feel free to message me directly if you have any questions. Peace.